Baseball with Coach Bill Curry. Brought to you in part by your local Coca-Cola bottler. Coke, you can't beat the feeling. By Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama, the Caring Company. By Golden Flake, one taste and you're stuck on Golden Flake. By AmSouth. At AmSouth, our people make life more rewarding. And by Ziegler. Since 1927, get the taste that's seasoned to please. Pick Ziegler. And now, University of Alabama head coach, Bill Curry.
Hello, welcome to our third program of the year. The Kentucky game has been a big game in the minds of our staff and many of our people for this entire year. We knew that they would be much improved, that they had many, many starters back, and we knew that Coach Claiborne was a tremendous football coach. Of course, obviously, it was our opener here in Tuscaloosa and our Southeastern Conference opener. A year ago, we had gone to Lexington, and our defense had been humiliated and embarrassed. The offense got lucky, frankly, and then continued to persevere so that we managed to come out with a very uncomfortable win. Basically, the offense bailed the defense out. This time, it was the other way around. It turned out to be a pretty day, cool, some clouds, and we thought there'd be rain. There was about a 70% chance, but it never quite happened. We won the toss, and there was a pretty stiff wind, so we took the second half option. Philip Doyle kicked the ball out of sight, and Philip had a big day, and I'm really proud of him. Philip's come off some slight knee surgery and just kicking the ball extremely well. You might notice, too, every now and then when they break one on kickoff return, Doyle will stick them in the numbers. Here, early in the game, as we expected, Coach Claiborne always has some tricks up his sleeve, but the reverse was contained. John Mangum made a big play. Here on 3rd and short, you can see the defense, George Thornton, Willie Wyatt, stuffing the ball up the middle on Rawls. Ephraim Thomas comes off to make one of the first of many big plays he made. Tough Kentucky defense all day. We came out with 2 yards on that little pass completion. Our accuracy was good as we completed 17 out of 23 in the passing game to control the football. We were basically in control the entire game. Pass protection was good. We were 17 out of 23, not a lot of yards, but we had 36 minutes of possession time. And had we done a better job near the goal line, it would have been a fairly adequate offensive performance. Great catch here, great throw by Jeff Dunn. Craig Sanderson demonstrates, as he has all year in practice, that he's ready to play. Here's Jeff on what we call the goose play. This is the kind of play he was hurt on later, just an ordinary quarterback sneak. We really messed ourselves up at the goal line the first time down there. Long story, has to be corrected. Nonetheless, we came away with a field goal. It's 3-0. This is what we call a coverage sack. Quarterback has time to throw, but the secondary is covered so well that we come down with a sack. Steve Webb with the first of several. Willie Wyatt here. Willie Wyatt is, in my opinion, an All-American and the finest nose guard in America. He's also our defensive captain. Again, Jeff Dunn on the controlled passing game. A little screen here to Murray. We run right by the guy. Still made 6 yards. We've got to block our screens better. Alfred Rawls to the outside with his great speed. Van Treese Davis, who had a big day, managed to get him on the ground along with Lee Osmond. We did some terrible things in the kicking game, which we will correct. We're going to find out who wants to play in the special teams area, and they're going to do the play, and we'll let other folks watch. We've got some folks that have been practiced extremely well, and they're just careless and hurt us in the kicking game. But as I said, we'll get that corrected. Here's another sack. Play after play, the defense just puts tremendous pressure on the Kentucky offense. And here at the end of the first quarter, starting to get them blocked in the running game, and Murray takes it up the middle for about 7. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And we're on the drive again. Our first drive was 13 plays for 65 yards. Murray almost broke this one for a touchdown. We bogged down again, and Philip comes on and knocks it through against the wind, a 35-yarder, and we go up 6-0. We control the ball for 36 minutes of the game. Can't remember if I mentioned that earlier. I might have, but I thought that was a critical factor in the game as our defense, led by Willie Wyatt, just keeps right on after that quarterback. Here Maggard sprints out to the left side. Thomas Raham. Charles Gardner's there. I mentioned George Thornton earlier. People up front all played well. Keith McKentz was all over the field again. Tackle after tackle, and when Keith hits them, they remember it. Van Treese Davis had an outstanding game. Now Kentucky's mounted a drive, and they're down close. There was Lamb and Van Treese in pursuit. We forced Maggart out of bounds. And so Willis comes on, the fine field goal kicker from Kentucky, and kicks the field goal. Here they are threatening again. Rawls is that great stiff arm, manages to elude Osmond, but Keith puts a hit on him. They're called promotion. Stuffed up in the middle there by Willie and forced outside. A year ago, when they ran so well on us, when they bounced outside, we never contained properly. But that time, Thomas Graham did his job and got him on the ground. This time, swarming crimson jerseys all over the place, and he's sacked by Van Treese for an 8-yard loss. Here again, George Thornton for a 6-yard loss. I believe we got him out of field goal range that time. Yes, we did. All right, here's Jeff setting up. Complete to Saran Stacy. You can see Kentucky's defense continue to hit hard all day, and you're seeing better runs and throws here. We completed most of our passes, but they weren't very long for the most part. Hard-hitting folks, good players. Played hard all day, like any Jerry Claiborne team would. Here, Jeff runs out of trouble, and this is the great dimension that he gave us, and we won't have it now for 4 to 6 weeks. He has a partial tear of the medial collateral ligament that he got on a quarterback sneak. Nice throw here to Lamont. It's really tough to tackle. Lamont Russell doing a great job for us. Now, all this pass protection that's going on is against good football players. Here again, the short ball to Saran. And the score is 6-3 at the end of the second quarter. And we'll come back and see our second offensive line who got into action in the second half. Second half, we took the football, and I was disappointed that we didn't get more done. Here again, you can see that swarming Kentucky defense. We put the ball on the ground there, and that's something we can't do. We don't protect very well here, and haven't got anybody open, so that big Barnett guy ran Jeff down, 285 pounds. They got great talent. Here's Rawls again trying to bounce outside. It's obvious that was their plan. John Mangum tackled that guy about the only place you can tackle him, about knee-high. Here's Maggart trying to go deep. He underthrows it just a little bit. We had the free safety coming over to get into play, but Ephraim Thomas makes another fine interception. Ephraim's playing good football for us. We'll see Maggart as he sprints to the right, and this is a throwback. They protected us well here. He might have been able to put a little bit more on it. It might have been a problem, although I hope Charles Gardner would have been there to help. But Ephraim comes down with it, and we get the turnover. We got a little something going here on this drive, but didn't get anything out of it. Here on the sprint draw, fake, a real good throw, and another good catch by Craig Sanderson. Jeff was as accurate yesterday as he's been in a long time. Here on the screen, Kevin Turner fighting for yardage. He could have cut it back and probably made a little bit more. Made about 3 there. Here on the draw play, Kevin off right guard, but we had to give the ball up. So Kentucky's got it back. They gave us trouble with this little counter trap here early in the game, but we began to defense it better there. Derek Rushton, who had a big game, gets the sack here. Could have stayed on his feet a little bit better, but he managed to get him on the ground. We got the ball back now. Here's Murray Hill. We're starting to block him some now. As the game wore on, we got most of our rushing yardage in the second half. We began to wear him down. That was an 11-yarder there. Here's a nice throw and catch on the outcut. John Kasmus with his first catch, and I'm glad to see that. John's done a good job for us in camp. Jeff over the middle to Lamont, who breaks away from some people. 13-yard gain, another first down. We're 3rd and 3 now at the 20. Jeff has already torn his knee. He stayed in for one more play. Here's a really nice throw to Prince Wembley down about the 11-yard line. From this point in, Gary Hollingsworth comes in the game, did a great job for us. Saran almost breaks this into the end zone. Real disappointed with this drive. Now, we had our second offensive line in, but we should have blocked better. Looked like Charlie Dare did okay there. Mike Zuga playing in place of the first unit. It was good to get him in the game, and we did go up 9-3 with the field goal, but we did not get the ball in the end zone as many times as we should have. Here again, Steve Webb, George Thornton on the play as the third quarter comes to a close, and the score is 9-3. We'll be back with the fourth quarter, which belongs to us after these messages. Fourth quarter here now, and we go on a 69-yard drive, 13 plays, and here you can see we're knocking them back. Our backs are taking it up in there, running hard, squeezing the football. That's Saran at right guard for 6 yards. And we coughed it up. That's the second time in the day that we did that. We managed to recover both of them, but we cannot be careless with the ball. Gary Hollingsworth to Lamont Russell. Good throw and catch. That's a 20-yard gain. We're first and 10 at the Kentucky 34-yard line now. Murray driving up inside. Good blocking there by Roger Schultz, Trent Patterson, Chris Robinette. Excellent throw on the quick post from Gary Hollingsworth to Prince Wimber, 9 yards. Now we're at second and 10 at the 21-yard line. Here's Murray off left tackle. Blocking there by Vince Strickland. Manuel Swain doing a good job for us. Manuel's really grown up a lot in the last couple of weeks, getting to play a lot of football. There's Kevin Turner for a first down on 3rd and 3. Here on 2nd and 7, Saran almost takes it in the end zone. But you'll see on the replay that his knee did go down. The official made a good call, and we're first down at the 1. The play is extremely well blocked. As you see, Robinette actually didn't have to block his man. He got turned out. Vince Strickland turning up inside on the counter off-tackle play. And all we have left is the defensive back, and Saran drags him for about 5 yards, almost scores. A little bit careless with the football again. We've got a lot of work to do with our ball security. The ball goes to the 1-yard line. And on our 13th play of the drive, Martin Houston takes it in behind Roger Schultz and Trent Patterson and Terrell Chapman. They never did get him on the ground. He was very excited. He's going to be an outstanding fullback for us. On the replay here, you can see there was a little movement, just enough, and this is the way a big fullback needs to run. Just scatters about 4 people and never did tackle. Martin's from up in center, and he's been waiting for a chance to get in that end zone. You'll get a chance to hear him talk about it a little bit later in the program. So we go 15-3. We tried for 2. Our receiver was pulled down, actually, on the play. They intercepted the ball, and with that terrible rule, Tolbert set off and ran about 60 yards, but we managed to get him tackled. Otherwise, it would have been 2 points for them. Our defense comes back on the field, and time after time, later in the football game, we actually got a punt block. I had just substituted a man to shore up an area where we had problem protecting the punter. And he lets the guy block the kick on it. The defense came on the field, knocked Kentucky back, knocked them out of field goal range, knocked them out of everything, in order to preserve the win for us. You see the offense keeping the ball there. Here's Kentucky. I believe this is after the block punt here. Maggard keeps 3 yards. Here's the attempt to throw. Willie White forces him out of the pocket. Probably should have come down with him, but Steve Webb finishes the job. So we get the football back. Murray off the right side for 10. Good blocking there. Terrell Chapman, Lamont Russell, others. Danny Cash is in the football game now at right tackle. Excellent block there by Danny. You can see that we're being detained a little bit by grabbing of jerseys and things, but it was a desperation time of the game. Byron Holbrook's in the game. He did some good things for us. Mike Ramil on the defensive line. Ephraim Thomas, play after play. He intercepted the ball out of bounds over there the play before. So the defense just continued to swarm all day. And here's McCants back there deep. Ephraim almost intercepted that one. I think if McCants weren't so fast, he might have got. Here's our favorite play here. Gary Hollingsworth, who came on to do an excellent job in relief for us, took us to the touchdown, the only touchdown of the day, ran out the clock for a big 15-3 win. We're proud of our football team. We've got an awful lot of work to do.